Imagine waking up in a rundown hospital, and then walking over the windows and noticing the entire city is overrun with the undead. I don't have to imagine it, I'm right there. And I just want to get out of the city. So that's my entire goal. Of course, the first thing you have to do is just steal all the hospital equipment. I mean, how are you supposed to survive without that pair of scissors that I never touch again? Or those random bandages that helped me once? I did grab the beta blockers though. Those were actually really useful. The sleeping tablets were not. Now, after realizing what room I was in the hospital and dressing the part, I was ready to loot more. Now, after further looting and realizing I was on the second floor, I head down to the first floor. And I meet my first zombie. And I leave him there. Remember this moment, he'll come back. I'll be honest with you, I was looting this building for like an hour. This is the first time I stepped foot outside. I'm in relative safety. And I get very overconfident. With said confidence, I see this large door over here, and I immediately run to it, thinking there'll be a car inside. Not so much luck. To vent my frustration about not getting a car, I accidentally alerted a lot of zombies. Now, while trying to avoid the zombies that drew behind me, I just happened to stumble upon this. The Super Soaker CPS 3000. Trust me, this becomes very pivotal to the plot later on. Even though the world has ended and there's a horde of zombies chasing me, you're always gonna just stop and just grab some toys. So after playing guitar so well, this guy's head exploded, I've achieved my first zombie kill. Originally, I thought this was a zombie banging on the window, but upon further reflection, it's clearly not. So he's somewhere. I forget about him. I'd never see him again. After finally taking my first real steps outside the hospital, I realized I never actually been in Louisville, so I have no idea what the entire map looks like. I don't know where I'm going, and so I just start wandering. So after making my way out from the hospital, I come across this fence. I hop it, see a gas station. Ooh, car. I'll check that out later. But more importantly, I need food. So I walk in, you know, all just normal, and shit. Come on, start. Come on. Come on. There we go. Go. Uh-oh. Go. Woo! Let's go! And here starts both the grand chase, trying to get away from this horde of zombies that's appearing, and also the fact that I don't know how to drive a car. Now, I angered a lot of zombies with that alarm. Enough where you saw earlier, the game started lagging. Luckily though, I'm out of the alarm distance, but the car is attracting a lot more zombies. So I just book it down this road. I have a vague understanding of where Louisville is on the map, but for the most part, I don't know where I am. Luckily, I was too hyped up on adrenaline, or this would hurt. And also this. After hitting a few more things and a few more hit and runs, I decide the best option is to drive into the forest and hit a tree. I make it back on the highway where there's clearly a lot more zombies here than anywhere else, so I assume I'm going the right way. All is good until I hear this. The engine shuts off. And instead of trying to start the car up again, I book it. And I book it for like an hour. And I just keep running into more and more groups. Just in front of me, behind me. Eventually, it gets to this. I'm just trying to rest here to catch my breath, and they break down the gate. So, I decide it's a prime opportunity to pull out the legendary weapon, the Super Soaker CPS 3000. And I take aim, and I fire. Now, I expected a lot more damage, considering last time I used the Super Soaker, I shot one of my friends with it, and we both resulted in injuries like we were hit with a truck. Broken bones, lacerations, the whole shebang. But that zombie just shrugged it off. I knew I was dealing with things far beyond my power level. Now I've been running and just running from the horde behind me. And I see this. Tents. About a campsite? I've been walking the woods for what must have been 2-3 hours of just walking. I'm out of food. As you can see, I'm tired. I'm carrying too much. And I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get into these tents and sleep. But in order to sleep, I need to clear out all these zombies or else they'll rip me apart. Hey, stop breaking that. So in order to clear all the zombies away, I looped around back in the forest. And then noticed, oh, there's a fence. What is this? Oh, it's a military camp. That's right. It was a military blockade. So all I had to do is clear out all the zombies, rest, and then boom. All I need. After hot wiring and sleeping inside this van, I notice, oh, there's a strange machine right over there. My first thought was, oh, military outpost must be a turret. And so I try and load these zombies over to see whether it will attack. What is it? I realized afterwards that it's literally just a camera. It was one of those old-fashioned cameras. I'm not the brightest. So I bring the truck in, and I realize the entire base is full of zombies. How can I loot and fight off all these undead? Then I remember, the ye old crab man try. Just spin in circles and honk the horn. After looting all the bodies, I'm completely covered in armor. I guess you could say I'm... Now to match my amazing armor, I'd find an amazing gun. And as you can see here, I found a part of one. A grenade launcher attachment. Sadly, I never find grenades. But man, I wish I did. Now, weapon I did find was this. A flamethrower. I looked the entire military base over, head to toe, every single box. I did not find any ammo for it. This was truly the most disappointing part of this entire military base. So I just decided to grab this Colt because I could equip a whole bunch of other accessories to it that I had gathered throughout. And it was a pretty good gun. So because my goal was to leave Louisville, I collected all the ammo I could, and I just started driving. And there's a roadblock right in front of me. So I have to kill the zombies and then clear the roadblock. After a while, I just got out, started cleaning up the zombies with the gun, and walked over so I can clear the roadblock. And finally, I passed the roadblock. All that's left is follow this road out, and I left Louisville. The only problem in this scenario is that the car kept dying. And at this point, I realized, oh boy, this is an awful situation, and it didn't get any better. They were gonna break through, so I booked it. And you may notice, I dropped my gun. You also may notice, I took a bit of damage. Thank God I had all this armor on. Because I fully think that if I didn't, they would have torn me apart. Of course I gotta circle back for my gun. I'm not gonna just leave it there. I spent so much time. The car starts, and it stops. That's what it kept doing over and over again. And then I just gave up. I filled that entire car full of loot. I don't need it after how many zombies are around it. Like, look at this. I turn around, and there's just, like, 50 of them. It's not even counting how many are in front of me. Because for some reason, roads are, pretty popular with the undead. So I continue being chased by this entire horde while running down this road, and I need a place to stop. I am exhausted. I just need a place to refuel. And I come to this junkyard, and I realize, oh, those are some pretty big walls. I lead all the zombies chasing me away from the front gate, and I just hop over. And after cleaning out all the zombies that were just in the junkyard, and missing the majority of my shots, because wow, the guns just don't work. And after going over to the trailer, I finally realize, wait a minute. I'm not in Louisville anymore. I've won. I've completed my task. I've gotten out. That's where I ended it off. I won.